Hi guys, hope you're all okay. It's Chantel. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been ages since I last posted on YouTube. I've never recorded for months now, and I'm going to go through the reasons why I've been away and what's been going on, and I'm also going to show you a few fragrances that I've been wearing lately. And to be honest, there's only 5 fragrances here because I haven't really been feeling like wearing fragrance all the time. What's been going on is since January, it was like the end of January, I got like sick, I got ill. It was like a flu sort of thing. And then I recovered from that, and a few weeks later I fell ill again, and I think it was COVID. And then I got another bug, and it was like 3 bugs in a row that I had. And by the end of it, I never sort of fully recovered, and I was having like really, really strange symptoms, frightening symptoms. It was so weird. I just felt like really, really tired all the time. Some days I couldn't like get out of bed physically, and I had this weird thing going on with my vision. It just felt like either blurred, or in certain lights it was as if like my eyes were really, really straining. I had like pins and needles in my head, and I just felt absolutely horrendous. I felt dizzy all the time. It was awful. It was really, really awful. I had a few like headaches and like this really intense sort of pressure in my head, and it just felt like it was building up and building up, and it was getting unbearable. I lost my taste and smell as well, which I think was down to like the COVID. So I sort of thought it was the end of the bugs, and with us having like 3 bugs in a row, I thought that's what it was. And what really, really made us go to the doctors is I felt okay. It was my dad's birthday in February, at the very end of February, and I felt okay. I still was thinking that this was all just like me getting over whatever bugs I had had. And we went out for a meal for my dad's birthday, and then afterwards my mum and dad own a pub, so me, my brother and my dad had a couple of drinks in the pub, and honestly I had about 2 alcoholic drinks, and I felt a little bit funny, like a little bit room spinny, and like as if I was really, really drunk, that sort of feeling. But I knew everything that was going on. It was really, really strange. And I got up to go to the toilet, and I sort of collapsed in the toilet, and I couldn't get up. And I'd been away ages, so my dad like came knocking on the door seeing if I was all right. My mum was working behind the bar. She came through, and they had to physically lift us out, get my husband to come pick us up and put us in the car, because I was that, like, my legs just wouldn't work. But I knew everything that was going on. It was really, really strange, and that prompted us to go to the doctors. And I went to the doctors on the Monday, and I got like loads of blood tests done, and I honestly at that point thought that there was something like really serious going on here. It had went on for too long. It seemed like it was too long past having the bugs and viruses. And the doctor told us to go and get my eyes tested, which I went and done while I was waiting for the blood test results, and my eyes came back fine. I had like a little bit of astigmatism in one of my eyes, and the optician said that that might be causing like the straining in my eyes at night time. So I got like a really small prescription, but they weren't sure if it would make any difference to us at all. So then I got called up by the doctor. My blood test results had come back. Everything was fine, apart from I had really, really low vitamin B12. and my iron level was low as well, and my folate level was just borderline. So basically they told us that I had a B12 deficiency and would need a course of 6 loading dose injections over a 2-week period, which I got done. And during the loading doses, I wasn't really feeling much benefit. Yes, it took away the fatigue a little bit, but it wasn't like massively helping. And I thought, I wasn't sure if this was like the main cause. I didn't know how ill you could feel from like a vitamin deficiency. My level was, I think it was 131, and I think the levels are so different in each county of the UK. Different places, cut-off points for the levels are totally different, and I think you're meant to be in between. Optimal is like 500 to 1,000, and mine was 131, so it was quite low. So after the loading doses, I didn't feel much better, so I've started self-injecting every other day, and honestly, I'm more or less back to normal again. It's took a good few months, but I'm getting there. There's some days that I feel absolutely rubbish, and yeah, it's terrible how bad it can make you feel. I never really understood it until like I've experienced it myself, and the symptoms were so scary that you would think that something was really wrong. Like all sorts were going through my mind. I'm an absolute hypochondriac anyway. I worry all the time, and I have like anxiety around my health, and honestly, I was thinking all sorts, and I've had loads of people messages because I put a little post on Instagram about it. I had so many people messaging us saying that they had went through it as well and how ill they had been, and some people are like bedbound with it and stuff like that, and I think it's really serious and people don't talk about it enough. And I was thinking, if you would be interested, I'll do like a full video on it of what like every symptom I had and everything. I know I've went and blabbed on a little bit in this video, but if I can help like one person, because it's so scary, the symptoms you have, it's like unbelievable. So yeah, that's what's been going on. And obviously, as I said, I lost my sense of smell and taste as well. And do you know what? That is taking so long to come back. It's like up and down. Some days I have my smell and I'm absolutely fine. Other days it's gone again. It's so strange. So yeah, I haven't been wearing fragrance that much, to be honest. I've wore it if I've been going anywhere. Sometimes if I've got my smell, I've been wearing it like as a like comfort blanket at night and things like that, because I love fragrance. I love how comforting a fragrance can be. And when you're down and feeling rubbish, that's the sort of thing you want. You want to feel comfy and cozy and like warm. And some fragrances to me are like a big warm hug. But anyway, I'm going to go through a few fragrances. 2 of them are brand new additions to my collection. I've only had them like a few months. One of them I bought just before my sense of smell totally went. And the other one, I think that was before as well. But I love them both. And yeah, so let's get into it. The first one that I've been wearing so much, and it's my scent of the day. It seems to have been like a go-to because I know it always smells good. To me, it's a fragrance that I've worn for quite a lot of years, and I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, but this is the intense version. I wore the original for years and years, and I always seem to go back to, well, this one, I wear the intense now, but I always seem to pull for this if I just don't know what to wear, or I'm not really fancying anything. I never get bored of this one. It's just an easy going fragrance for me. And I like this one so much more than the original. I do enjoy the original, but I'm sort of over that one. I prefer this one, and this is the one I always go for. I think it's just like, everyone seems to compliment you on it. Everyone seems to like it. And I don't wear fragrances for other people. But when you're not in the mood for fragrances and your nose isn't right, you just want something really easy. And I've just been loving this one. It seems to last all day for me. And yeah, just such an easy reach. If you don't know what this one smells like, I'd really recommend going and trying it out. It's very similar to the original. It's got that original DNA, but it's got like more of, it seems more deep and rich. It seems a little bit more mature, and yeah, I just love it. It's amped up and more like, to me, it's got more of like a creamy feel to it. It's like got more vanilla in there, and it's got tonka bean, and mixed with the patchouli and the florals and the fruity notes, I think it just smells absolutely beautiful. So yeah, just an easy going fragrance. Coco Mademoiselle Intense by Chanel. Love it. The next one is a new addition, and I really like this one. Now, when my nose has been a little bit funny, the fragrances I seem to really be able to smell is vanilla fragrances. Anything that's got a heavy dose of vanilla, I seem to be able to smell them. And this one is a stunning vanilla. It's by Maison Tahite, and it's called Vanexstasy. And I just think this is beautiful. It's like a creamy lactonic vanilla. It's got caramel in there. There's a little bit sandalwood. And I just think that it smells absolutely beautiful. It's also got a coconut note in there as well, which I don't get massively. Maybe a little bit in the background. It's more like, I'd say like a coconut milk. It's got that really creamy milky vibe, and I love a good vanilla. Like, vanilla is probably one of my favorite notes in fragrances, and this is just lovely. And it's one of those comforting fragrances. It's like a warm cozy blanket. I just think it's stunning, and I've been wearing it. I've worn it a few times, and I've had a few compliments on this one as well. People seem to really like it. It's just a really warm fragrance, and I've been loving it. So yeah, on nights when I've wanted that really cozy vibe, this has been perfect. Maison Tahite Vanexstasy. Love that one too. Another like easy reach fragrance, and one of my favourite designer fragrances of the moment, is Musc Noir Rose by Narciso Rodriguez. Now, this one has quickly become one of my favourite ever designer fragrances. I think it's so beautiful. It's like, to me, it reminds us of like a really classy person, someone that doesn't have to try too hard. It gives us that sort of vibe. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I don't like any of the other Narciso fragrances. I've tried quite a few of them, and this is the only one that I've ever bought. And I just think it's absolutely stunning. So understated and beautiful. It's got like a plum note in there. It's really musky, and it's got like a hint of rose, and it's just beautiful. It sits so beautifully on the skin, and it's not too strong or overpowering, but it does leave like a beautiful trail. And I just think it's such a gorgeous fragrance, and one that I'll always have in my collection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a top 10 designer fragrances, because I haven't done that for a little while, and it's probably changed up quite a bit since I last done it. But this one is definitely towards the top. It's beautiful. Musc Noir Rose by Narciso Rodriguez. Gorgeous. The next one is another new one that I've added to my collection, and honestly I've been loving this one. I think it's beautiful. It's Soie Malaquais, is it? And it's by Dries van Noten. Now this bottle, how stunning is that? It's an absolute work of art. I love the bottle. It's probably one of my favourite bottles in my collection now. I love like this porcelain, and I think they're all hand painted, and even the cap, it's like a sort of tarnished silver cap, which I love. I think it's so beautiful, and then this colour is stunning. But yeah, this is like it's got a note of black currant, it's got chestnut in there, it's got rose, a silk note as well, and some chocolate, and I just think it smells so good. It's like I get the chestnut, and it does really give you like, it smells like the texture of silk, like a luxurious silk gown, or I have like a silk pillowcase, and every night when I go to bed and I sink into it, it just feels so lovely on my skin. And this just makes me think of like just luxurious silk. It's beautiful, and I think this is probably more for like colder weather, but I've worn it quite a bit lately. Not that it's hot here or anything like that, it's still mild here. We've had no good weather really, but I think this could be worn. I would wear it anytime anyway. Maybe not in like really high heat, but I would probably wear it at any time of the year. I just think it's so beautiful. It leaves a massive trail, and it lasts all day on my skin. I wore it, I met up with a couple of my friends here off YouTube. One's Claire Smith, Dr. Claire, I'm sure you all know her, and also John Scented Snowdrops. And I had a lovely day and night. We went for a meal and then a couple of drinks, and we had such a good time, and I wore this fragrance, and both of them said that it smelled really good. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I think for me, as I said, I would wear it anytime, but I think it is more of like probably one that I would pull for if I was going for like a meal or drinks, like more of a nighttime fragrance. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this, and I think it's stunning. And honestly, the bottle is beautiful. I've just sampled a couple more from Dries van Noten. My friend Lizzie from Rose and Jones sent us a few samples, and there's one other one, it's a rose one, that I really liked. I thought it smelled really good. So yeah, Dries van Noten Soie Malaquais. Last but definitely not least is Love Don't Be Shy Extreme by Kilian. Now, I've just came back from Chester. Me and my husband took the kids down to Chester for 4 days. We went down for my little boy's birthday, Hendrix. He's just turned 6, and we took him to Chester Zoo. We've done some really nice things. I had never been to Chester before, and it's a really lovely place. We stayed in a beautiful little cottage, and we really enjoyed it. It was really nice to get away for a little bit and just relax. And while I was down there, I felt pretty good as well, so I was really happy. But yeah, on the whole trip, I wore this. I took 3 fragrances, and I only ever pulled for this. I think it's such a nice one. I love the original Love Don't Be Shy, but this one's got the added rose note, and it's really prominent. But I just think it like blends in so well. It's just beautiful. It's quite a sweet fragrance, but I just love it. I think it smells amazing. And out the two, I'm not sure which one I love the most, but I'm glad I have them both, because to me, I think there's enough differences in them to warrant owning them both. That's what I tell myself anyway. But yeah, really, really love this one. It's got like neroli in there, orange blossom, it's got the rose note, and the marshmallow's still in there, but I wouldn't say the marshmallow is so prominent as it is in the original. The rose seems to really stand out to me, and I just think it smells sweet and delicious and just really like luxurious and quite put together. I really, really enjoy this one. So that's Love Don't Be Shy Extreme by Kilian. Absolutely adore it. So that's it for today, guys. I'm sorry if it's been a bit like muddled up, jumbled up. I'm really like, I've had so much brain fog from the B12 deficiency. I can't think properly. It's so weird. Like at the start, before I knew what was going on, I felt like I knew what I was saying in my head, but it wasn't coming out in my voice, which sounds really, really strange, and that was scary as well. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna get back to filming now that I'm feeling much better. So there'll be another video in the next few days. I'm gonna do like a as I said, a designer video about my top 10 designer fragrances. And I've also got a fragrance on the way that I've absolutely fallen in love with, and I'll show you that as well. So give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and press the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I upload. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all very, very soon on the next one. Bye.